Here's a pattern I see weekly in supervision. A coach comes in frustrated. They say, I gave them the perfect insight. I could see exactly what they needed to do, and they just didn't do it. Know what I tell them? That's what we're going to unpack right now. So let me paint this picture for you because I bet you'll recognize it. You're in a session and suddenly everything clicks. You see the path forward with complete clarity. You know exactly what your client needs to do. So you share it. Maybe you offer a powerful question, maybe an observation, and you're confident this is going to be the breakthrough. Then next week comes, nothing's changed. The week after that, same story. And somewhere in there, you start feeling something, frustration, disappointment, maybe even a little resentment. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. This plays out constantly. So when coaches bring this to me, here's what I say. You need to put that down. That weight you're carrying, it was never yours. Your client looked at what you offered and they decided not to act on it. That's a decision. That's their decision. And that's exactly how it's supposed to work. I know that might sting a little, but stay with me. ICF puts it simply in Marker 2.01. Acknowledges that clients are responsible for their own choices. 8 words. But those 8 words will transform how you show up if you really let them in. Notice it doesn't say reminds clients they're responsible. It says the coach acknowledges it. This is about what you believe, not what you tell them. Here's what this really requires of you. We have to fully embody, recognize, and believe that the client can do this. They can do it. They are responsible. And it is not our job to get them where they want to be or to make the changes in their life. Only they can make their own changes. So we have to acknowledge to ourselves, not just to them, that they are responsible. Did you catch that? To ourselves. You can say the right words in session while secretly believing you know better. Your client will feel that. It'll show up in your questions, your energy, your follow-up. This has to go deeper than technique. It has to become what you actually believe about people. Now, let me get a little personal here. Many of us came to coaching because we genuinely want to help people. That impulse is beautiful, and it can become a trap. I call it the helper wound. It's that part of us that needs to rescue, to fix, to save. And when we let that run the show in coaching, we're not actually serving our clients. We're using them to meet our own needs. Ouch, right? But here's the thing. Releasing responsibility doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care differently. It means you trust them enough to let them find their own way, even when that way includes some detours you could have helped them avoid. Let me tell you what happens when we don't get this right. First, you'll burn out. You're trying to carry the weight of multiple lives on your shoulders. That math doesn't work. Second, resentment creeps in. When they don't do what you think they should, you feel let down, maybe even angry, and that poisons everything. But here's the one that might surprise you. You actually block their growth. When clients sense you're holding the responsibility for their progress, they stop reaching for it themselves. Why would they? Someone else is doing that job. So your well-intentioned over-functioning becomes the very thing that keeps them stuck. And this is where it gets interesting. There's a paradox at work here. The moment you truly let go of their outcomes, that's when they have space to step into ownership. You cannot make another person successful. That's not how humans work. What you can do is create the conditions where choosing growth becomes possible. Then you trust them with that choice. It feels backwards at first, but it's actually the only thing that works. So here's what I want you to take from this. First, examine what you actually believe about your clients, not what you say you believe, what you feel in your bones when they make choices you disagree with. Second, notice where you're carrying what isn't yours. Their progress, their timeline, their decisions, set it down. And third, trust the space that opens up when you do. This isn't about caring less. It's about caring in a way that actually serves them. Next, we'll explore what it really means to be a coach versus just doing coaching, because this belief about client responsibility, it's the foundation for everything else. This is a dummy text